Hi, this is Cindy, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, AY260, where I'm just talking about all the things that I want to manifest and do before I turn 60. And one of the things that I want to manifest is weight loss, and I've been struggling with that. And that is what led me to seek out my doctor to say, okay, what's going on with my hormones? Are they out of whack? And that's what's keeping me from losing weight. Because I had put on like 25 pounds last year for what seemed like no apparent reason. And my weight just kept going up and up and up and up. So I told you that I was heading out for a life coaching conference in Austin this month. When I left for that conference, I weighed the highest amount I have ever weighed in my entire life. On the 2nd of April, I weighed 248 pounds. 248 pounds. That hurt. I'll just be honest with you. That hurt. So I've been working, as you know, I've been trying like exercise programs, and I've been trying to eat differently and all the things. But now that I've got my doctor on board, and one of my goals when I went to Austin was to continue my exercise program while I was there. So I'm proud to say every day that I was in Austin, my roommate and I got up and we went down to the gym and we did our exercise before the conference even started. And I'm really proud of that. When I came home from the conference, which was excellent, by the way, when I came home from the conference, I evidently had a little parting gift, a little parting gift called COVID-19. So that is the reason that I've been gone for the past 3 Mondays. COVID stole my brain. It stole my ability to taste and to smell. It stole my energy, and it stole my voice too. So I didn't want to get on here and croak at you and look like death warmed over. So here I am, COVID-free, testing COVID negative, getting my energy back, and happy to be here. But here's what I learned from having COVID. This is what I kind of want to share with you today. What I learned from COVID was really a way of eating that sits really well with me. And when I was in the midst of COVID, I knew I had to eat. I didn't want to eat, but I knew I had to eat. So I would I think I lived for quite a few days on Campbell's tomato soup with Ritz crackers and a bowl of fruit. And I really couldn't taste anything unless it had like explosive behaviors, like spicy or salty. And I think that's why the soup and the Ritz crackers were so appealing to me, was that just I could kind of taste it, not really, but kind of. And the fruit, I could taste the sweetness of the fruit, but everything was dulled out. But what I did was I made sure, because I knew that I needed to get well, I knew I needed energy, I knew I needed some calories in my body. So I made sure that I ate 3 times a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I learned a lot from that, because I learned that like my body really would physically get hungry when it had like time between meals. So no snacking, just 3 meals a day. And with that, I wasn't able to exercise at all. So my exercise program that I kept up with all the way through my conference just wasn't going to happen, because I just didn't have any energy from COVID. So at the end of this month, now that I'm getting better, no, first I will tell you, as my appetite came back, what I would do is, instead of having my 3 meals a day, is I would start scrounging around in the kitchen, like looking for something that I could taste. So for instance, if I got a bowl of yogurt with strawberries, I could taste the strawberries, but I couldn't taste the yogurt. So then that wasn't satisfying. So I would go look for something else that would taste good. And the things that tasted good, again, were those explosive behaviors, those really strong behaviors, the really salty behaviors, which, I'm like, where are the chips? Where's the ice cream? Like, where is something that I can taste or I can actually feel and have that like oral gratification of the food? So what I noticed was when I started doing that, my weight would start creeping up. And I'm like, oh no, here we go again. So then I thought, okay, so I'm not stupid. Nothing gets by me. Having the 3 meals really worked for me, right? It really worked for me. I tell you, I'm proud to say that as of this morning, are you ready? Are you ready? As of this morning, I weighed in at 240.8 pounds, which is a loss of 7.2 pounds this month. Do you know how long it has been since I've lost 7 pounds in 1 month? Like, you guys have been watching me for a long time if you've followed along. It's been a long time, so I am thrilled. So what did I learn from COVID? I learned to eat, not exactly on a schedule, but kind of listening to when am I hungry? So I get in 3 meals for the day and then stop eating when I'm not hungry. With COVID, when you don't have any sense of smell or taste, like there's no joy in eating. Like you're not getting satisfaction out of the food, but you're eating for your health. So I thought, is there a way that I can kind of combine those two, eating for my health and getting some satisfaction and enjoyment out of my food? Because like we all want to enjoy food, right? So that is what I am focusing on right now. And we will see how this goes. 3 meals a day with no snacking. And now I can kind of play around with those 3 meals and try to get, better nutrition in with the meals. But I'm being really easy on myself. Like my goal is to get completely well from COVID and get my energy back. And that's not going to happen with crappy food, right? That's going to happen with good, nutritious food. But I also want to enjoy my food too. So there can be some treats in there, but the treats occur during the meals versus eating outside of the meals, which is when I'm much more likely to get snacky, just processed foods. So that's where I am this week. I'm so glad to be back. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me. I'll see you next week. And I hope that scale is continuing to move down. So excited. I'll see you next week. Bye.